I will host this room, Shaney Boy, and I will be Yetis. Hey, Tomato. Shane and I were about to play a Yetis versus human match, but he just disappeared.
Can you not hear me?
Well, now I can. You weren't saying anything for a while.
You weren't saying anything either.
I was waiting on you.
I was sitting there ready, waiting for you.
Oh, I just haven't hit ready yet. My bad.
Oh, you haven't?
Okay, let's figure this out. Druid, surround 3. Okay, 7.5. Voodoo Strike, capturing an enemy piece with the Druid also captures the other identical pieces on the board. If what the fuck?
Yes,
that does not include pawns,
like if
right?
it takes nuts and take the other nine well.
That does not include pawns, right?
No.
Okay.
That would be way too overpowered.
Okay,
would
so
I was going to laugh if it did happen.
So that is going to, on average, be threatened to happen about once a game. So this is again a piece worth 10 or 11, just like the count, because it's 7.5 on its own, and then it's guaranteed to go +3 usually, +4 usually against stronger opponents. It's also a varying strength piece, but against humans, it's going to go +3 as a 7 base unit. So it's already 10 or 11. Brute, a diagonal 3, Berserker. Any enemy unit directly in front of the Brute gets captured upon the Yeti's next turn. That's an anti-bishop thing. Okay, well at least I know what opening I'm using. Or an anti-pawn line thing. Gets captured upon the Yeti's next turn. So you move... Do you have to move the Brute in order to trigger this ability?
If someone were to take your F2 pawn, I'm pretty sure that ability would act. Or you want the Brute.
Tomato?
The Brute's going to be good. Its ability when it comes to like... what's the word I'm
Basically what I'm asking is it protecting the F2 pawn and the C2 pawn right now? Tomato, I might have to cut your voice out of the video because you're roboting so bad.
It is protecting us.
My board is bad right now.
Oh yeah. If your voice had a frame rate, you would be at like 2 FPS. Any orthogonally adjacent piece to the tuck gains the ability to leap over its movement and capture over enemy units. What the fuck?
Yes, so this is one of the main reasons I love the Yetis.
It turns them into
rook
leapers?
And bishops, without moving any pawns, are automatically on the board because of that knight.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Hold up. I need time to process what I just looked at for the bishop, the knight, and the rook. What the fuck? Okay, Brute.
I know.
Okay.
If you can play, they have limited movement. That's help balance it. But if you play them right,
they're range 3 now. They got buffed.
Buffed? Range 3 is a buff?
They were range 2 before.
Range 2 before. That's right.
Okay, so Brute is effectively a king mover with a little bit of bishop line. But it also has a turn advantage thing. So, I'm going to go out on a limb. Let's see. That would be the equivalent of essentially 3 and 3. So yeah, this is 7. Maybe. Probably 5. Oh god. Well, the range 3 brings it down. because it's not a full bishop. So it's not going to be 3.
Something to consider is that because of the way the Brute's ability works, and also the way that the Tusk's ability works, Tusk is your knight,
Yeah.
that means that you can play very defensive style as you're advancing your units. You can try to advance a lot of pawns first with those units kind of covering their back end. The Tusk will make all your units be able to attack through, and the Brute will guarantee the trigger, meaning that if
And I can also just do things like this. It gives me a metric fuck ton of centerboard control at the beginning of the game.
Yes. What? Why would you do that?
You want to find out why I would do that? Go ahead. Kill the
That's why
pawn.
I'm asking you right now. Why did you do that?
Kill the pawn.
Spawn is protected right now because
Tomato! God damn it, we're playing a game!
Shane, you might want to click on Tusk and just read what its ability does, and then also click on some of the units surrounding Tusk in order to see what they can do.
Look, Yeti is his favorite class. I don't want to hear it.
Roland, do you want me to wait until he tries to trick you and give you advice now, since I just did that for him?
Sure, absolutely. This guy basically keeps winning by me blundering.
Bro, what are you talking about? I blundered the first one. Ah, I see, from the other side of the board. Okay. I was so confused. I'm like, how is this protected right now? Okay.
I think I've won this game. Oh, that's not a knight. Okay. That's fine.
Oh, that's not a knight.
You know what's funny?
What?
Because of the druid's whole being worth about 7 and going up 3, that applies if I kill the queen still, because killing a bishop and getting a free bishop is only going to net me +6, but killing a queen gives me a net +9.
Consider this, though, if you were able to kill a rook with your druid, it'd be even better than killing a queen with the druid, even if it's a trade-off.
But I'm already up a bit of material. I'm up 1 pawn as of time now. So I don't think I lose anything by trading this off. I think Tusk. Oh, fuck. I see something pretty badass for me, too. We'll see what he does to start with, though. The clock being glitched when you're black is annoying, but luckily I'm white this time.
I know it's my turn. I just don't know what to fight. I'm used to playing as the Yetis, not playing against them. And normally by now I've blundered in some way.
Did you just move? Yeah, what'd you do?
Here.
Queen here?
He moved the queen to the side. By the way, yeah, the c7 pawn.
Yeah, I see it. Mammoth is the best aura buff in the game. Tusk, whatever. To the point where I would say it's probably worth 5. Brute is probably worth 5. Oh, it's only directly in front of. That's weaker. I was actually thinking of him more like a full dragon. That changes it. That tempo advantage, but this is only 3, so it would be 2.5 or less, but not fully 2. So it would be 2.5, and then it goes back up due to that ability. So yeah, it's just worth 3. Brute's fine. Impressive. Powerful, but fine. That's 3. This is 10. ish. Tusk is 5. Icicle Slide. Does there have to be a unit behind it for the capture to happen? Or for the slide to happen? Or will it always slide to that fourth
Has
square?
to be a piece.
There has to be a piece there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is probably worth a bit less, so that's more like 4. So Yetis, as of now, are my first A tier, because they're only up 3. Okay. Now that I'm done with that, I can play this game. That's annoying. So I need to do something to deal with that. Option A, kill the enemy queen with mine. Considering I'm already up a lot of material, otherwise I can afford to, and it is my most tempo play, and it fucks up my opponent's pawn structure. I'm down. Okay, now your pawn structure is ruined. I'm still up material. So, at this point, why do I... Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the crystal supposed to move to exactly 3 every time?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's a bug and that it's already been reported.
Okay.
I don't know if it is. You're talking about the fact that your crystal at, what was that, A1?
Yeah, it can only move to
F1?
D1 or A4.
Can it only move to, yeah. So that's because F3 is the tusk movement. So you can't move to a spot where it would block the tusk.
That doesn't make sense. That also doesn't explain...
Agreed.
For example, like...
Which means I'm pretty sure it is a bug. Oh, also, yeah. I guess that is weird, because it can't do that on the... It can only go to F or D1, not C1.
I mean, you could try moving it to D1 and see if the same bug appears with the other tusk.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course,
and
that'd be wasting a turn in the game.
It's not really wasting a turn because it's a developing move. Either way, not only that is it a developing move, it's a developing move that maintains my pawn wall safely. There's probably more important moves I want to do, especially since the tusk goes down a lot as your other pieces die, which is probably going to put it more towards 4 rather than 5, maybe like 4.5, which means that these would only be +2, which still puts them A tier. But
on your screen, does it say you can move your brute on F1?
Yeah.
You
Of
shouldn't
course.
be able to.
Yes, I can, because it's close to the tusk.
No, it has to be orthogonally adjacent.
No, all R's were updated to surround R's in the recent update.
Yeah, it just doesn't... Okay, so the piece text is not updated.
Okay. I didn't know that they had updated that. Oh, I was playing with that a few days ago. I wasn't saying. Bullshit.
I think I'm just going to, well... Yeah, I'm going to do a normal tusk movement, and now my crystal is able to do the full thing. So it's only an issue when jumping. It can't jump 1 square, which is probably a code issue that came up when it was brought to range 3. Due to the fact that it used to be range 2, it would just go, alright, now go max distance, ignoring the piece in the way as a sort of shortcut in the code. But now that's not a thing, right? So that's probably why that exists. Okay.
Rather than moving the brute, you could always move the tusk up to defend the brute, because then it would also be targeting his rook and king if he attacked the brute right away.
Yeah, that's very true, and that also kind of pins his knight in the corner and his pawn structure in the corner. So overall, other than his rook, his entire... No, his rook's pinned down too. I just pinned down the entire top left quadrant of the board with that move. That is awesome. One potential exception. It's not even that bad. I'm gonna castle.
I wasn't gonna listen for a second.
Huh?
I guess you weren't paying attention to his king.
Well, the Tusk goes significantly down this low in the game, and is worth... As the board gets more and more clear, it gets closer and closer to being a normal knight. So here, let's see. Oh, it's only range 3, so I can't reach his rook. That's unfortunate.
That's nasty.
Does that give you tactics that are worth it? Because rook capture, tusk capture, bishop capture. No, because you lose out a bit in tempo soon after. It is annoying, though.
Matt, it would be in your best interest to do that. And I do that.
By the way, Roland, something important to attention to is you're down to a minute 44, so you can't gain time back on your turn.
It's still fine. How much do I care about that last pawn? Right now, not very much.
I would say just take the bishop with pawn. I mean, bishop is worth more than tusk at this point in the game.
There's probably no way for me to save that pawn. Not in time. At this rate, yes there is.
That's fair. That's...
Yeah, he's up material. I played too fast and loose.
I'm about to win on time alone. Oh. That was a bad move. I probably would have cost me the game if you hadn't run out of time.
Well, I spent like half of that game evaluating Yetis, and then...
You did.
But, they are A tier. Up about 2 to 3 pawns.
Their movement does suck, which is why I like the Angels a little bit better. But the Yetis are just fun.
Alright. I'm gonna play Yetis again, and you can play anything except aliens.
You haven't played Aliens yet?
No.
Okay.
I think vampires are probably my favorite right now, that or angels. Both of them have a lot of things that I've played before with Great Pyramid specifically. A Yeti mirror! Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
True battle of
Let's see
wits.
how this goes.
There is no excuse. Gonna kick your ass, Shane. Oh, I didn't hit ready yet, my bad. I always
No,
forget to do that. I just select the army and go with it.
Alright.
And I'm black. So go ahead, make your move. You fool.
Wow.
Baka Yaru, come on Yaru.
Do you not see my move?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Pawn to e4. So I open my king pawn.
Nothing.
That's your move, and the clock's ticking down.
No moves. Desync? Yeah, we desynced. Here. I'm
Can
still
you move
sharing
your
my
piece?
screen.
I think you can move your piece. That's why I told you where I moved, so you still know. Like,
I can't move anything.
interesting. Can I move again? No, I can't move.
Huh. Did you see me offer a draw?
Yeah. All right then.
I will create the room. Let's not desync this time. Range 3? Okay. So I can't do anything too fancy.
Fucking dare you. You take that back.
No.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this motherfucking bitch.
Funny enough, moving the tusk early is a major downside, and I think due to openings alone, that's going to knock down the strength of his ability overall.
That is true. Just like what you have made me do. What in the Kentucky Fried Fuck was that?
Badass move.
I see what you've done. You
I like it.
play that game, motherfucker.
Sure they can.
Interesting. Interesting. Go to hell. Honestly, at this point, it would be worse for me to move him. No, it wouldn't. Fuck. It'd be better still. Oh.
Wait. Oh. Oh, I thought my brute would kill your brute, not the other way around. Okay. That's fine.
Yes, mine had moved there first in front of yours.
Well,
And
it's,
so it became my turn next before it became your turn next.
that's weird. Wait a sec. This was a brute of mine, right? Or was that a... Yeah, that was a brute of mine.
I mean, yeah.
So,
That was
at
your
this...
brute.
So you moved there. So,
Yes.
and then it should have been my next turn.
Yes.
immediately after that. So wouldn't
Yes.
your brute have died, not mine? Because you moved there and then you immediately died?
Theoretically. I understand where you're coming from, I do.
Okay. Is it my turn again? No.
Now it is. Alright. I don't want to go any of those places, actually. Hold on. Okay. I guess. Let's move here for now.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Interesting. Wait, did you? I don't like this. Too many moves.
Just make one. Interesting. Also interesting.
Have we desynced?
No.
Because right now my clock is ticking down, even though it's your turn.
No, it's because you're black. It has our clock swapped.
Yeah, but it says my name. Spam.
Yes, I know.
Those bastards.
It's just the glitch. It's a glitch.
Okay,
It's a glitchy glitch. The glitch is glitchily.
we'll stop it. Oh, that's not cool. Why would you do that to me?
It's this lovely thing I call counter pressure. There is exactly 2 good moves for you. That's a third one. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so... Now let's just do this. Keep it simple.
That was nasty. I hate you. Go to hell.
The crystal's ability isn't going to come up that much, except in fucking with enemy kings who have castled already. So...
Well, no, because if you remember, kings are invulnerable or immune to special abilities. So that rock slide doesn't work on kings.
Have you tested it?
Yes, I lost a game because of it.
That doesn't make sense. Why would you make it immune to most, like, arguably any movement? It's just that's just a movement. It's not even. So
No, a king's immune to any special abilities. So the special ability of the crystal is its icicle slide. The king's immune to that. It can't be used against it.
I don't think the king should be immune to. Like, it doesn't really make complete sense. Like, for example, should the king be able to capture the shield? Should the king be able to capture the piece immune from the shield?
I was gonna say, if that's the case, angels would never lose, because one of its abilities would, you just stick the shield next to the...
Not only that, but zealot check works, so why doesn't icicle checks work? And not only that, but check through the throne works, so why shouldn't icicle check work? Judge checkmate has been proven to work, so why doesn't icicle check work? Good move. Okay, move. Yeah, yeah. Das ist gut. Nice.
I am.
On second thought, the Tusk is still pretty powerful. Not quite as powerful as I initially put it. Probably more like 4.5. I think I've said that already. Still, they're A tier. They're 2 to 3 pawns up on humans. Okay. Part 1. That would be check, capture, captures, captures. Trade down a little bit. We both lose Druid, and I lose an additional Tusk, but I have a turn of tempo. Option B. Option B is fucking fantastic. Check. Alright. Now how do I want to do this? Oh. Check.
What?
Check.
No, I was something else.
Checkmate. With the exception of dragons, everything B tier or higher has a proper mating piece, which is a piece that can actually lock down all of the squares against the enemy wall. Vampires has the count. Angels don't. Angels don't have a proper mating piece. They just have a whole lot of pieces that lead to what they need. So basically the shield turns most of their pieces into potential maters in the right board state. It's harder, like pattern-wise, rather than this, which is a real obvious pattern, known in Shogi as gold on the head, which is a piece that covers those squares directly in front of the king. See you, Shane.
Aliens was actually the first one I played.
I started from the top.
I started from the bottom.
That
When the
makes
fuck
sense.
does this adventure come out?
When he finishes fixing all the bugs.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
But
Drop the druid down to range 2 and the army's fine. Right at human level, just about. Easy. Yeti theory test. We're seeing if the shells, or not shells, the crystals will be able to slide kill from these two, from this square and kill the enemy king. If it'll at least treat it as check. Is it check? Interesting. Yeah, so judge checks, zealot checks. You can check through the throne, and that's from angels alone. Absolutely, that should have been checked with the crystal. Last test. I'm trying to see if the brute does what I think it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you move in front of the brute, it should kill it. Or does the brute have to move to trigger it? That's the question here. Alright, so mine didn't die. Interesting. And it's not just a brute interaction. Okay, let's see if I just leave it there if anything happens. Yes. So the brute will kill if it ends the turn and starts the turn in front of a piece. And it words enemy any enemy unit directly in front of the brute gets captured upon the Yeti's next turn. So that ability is active on your turn. It selects the piece, and then it triggers on the following turn. Okay. That's very specific. Understood. I have a few things in the works. First of all, the Aliens First Reaction video. A general piece tier list with all of the individual pieces separated by both their power level and their material as if you trade on the board. Like, for example, the Druid here. It's worth more in power level, and at the beginning... Well, it's worth more in both general material and power level than it would seem at 7.5 for just its movement, but its material trade-off is often going to be even with the Queen, even though it's technically worth a bit more in total strength. That being said, there's a lot of cases like that, and I want to just run through the gambit. I'm also going to do an army tier list and specifying the rules for each of them and why they're that way. Both of these two videos will be fairly short and feature the entire rule set of the game, which should be fairly helpful for someone trying to get into it. Woo! Coffee! I also have another balance archive to review. This is always going to be a surprise to me as to what part of my my balance cycle this was. And then there was one more thing. Oh yeah, and after I finish the Mad Chess series, I'm going to move on to something that's going to take significantly longer. Chess Evolved Online, and then Chess Lock. If there's anything else you'd like to see me review, let me know. Wait, I did miss something. I am documenting the process of getting the AI balancing done for Titans Battalion, mostly on video, and I will be releasing the first piece of that here soon as well. Not sure quite on the order. I think that will come out after the next balance archive, but we'll see. We'll see. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike the video if you disliked the video, subscribe if you want to be notified for my future content, and as always, have a wonderful day. I think that's all I have for you. Bye-bye!